what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from June 9th, 2019. Impact Wrestling and Hardcore House of Hardcore, presents Impact Wrestling, or should I say Impact Digital Destruction. This was taking place at St. James, New York, at the Sports Arena. And again, on the promotions of Impact Wrestling, House of Hardcore, and it was available on Twitch TV basically, but I didn't get a chance to watch it on Twitch TV, or let alone couldn't even find it on Twitch TV as I was trying to look for it. But it's whatever. One moment, folks. Let me just try to type something here. There we go. So sorry about that. So yeah, the main event that will feature Giant B Trash, Ty Valkyrie, and Moose versus Tommy Dreamer, Jordan Grace, and Billy Gunn. We'll get to that momentarily. But as far as the rest of the show was, let's get to the show. There are also matches that they promote as well. Michael Elgin going up against the Luchasaurus. You have Rich Swann defending his X Division championship, against Teddy Hart. And they said that Willie Mack will be defending his House of Hardcore championship against Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan. And then they also announced the main event too as well. Your commentators were Josh Matthews and Scott Demoy. I'll get to Josh Matthews when I get to that one part where it irked me, basically, when it pertains to Josh Matthews. Irritated me in a way. But anyways, let's get to it. The opening match was Gino defeating Wrestling Ball Lugierski. I'm guessing that's how you say his name. But match itself, I was opening match. Wasn't into it. It's not because I don't know who these guys are. It's just that these guys just didn't appeal to me at all. I mean, good performance out of these two, but they didn't make me go, ooh, ah, wow, and oh, wow, that was amazing. No, didn't get any of that. But Gino wins the match, or Gino, I'm guessing that's how you say it, but there you go. Nothing to say about that. Then we get to a four-way match that features Trey from Impact Wrestling, also representing Rascals, versus Bull James. I'll get to him momentarily. Gaze, I'll get to him momentarily too as well, and some guy named JXT. Now, JXT, don't know who he is, don't know much about him, never seen him before, but he was okay. I thought he was okay. Didn't see much of him to see if I wanted to get behind him, but yeah, he was horrible. Then we get to Bull James, who was used to be called back in WWE NXT. He was called Bull Dempsey, and now he's going by the name of Bull James. And the last time I saw him, he put a couple more pounds on himself. Look like he's gotten bigger. The whole thing where, well, I'm pretty sure I probably won't remember anyways, because he was in NXT years ago. But he was doing this gimmick storyline basically that he's eating too much and all that, eating and where Rico wants him to lose weight, whatever, and he also doing his some exercising and everything, basically doing some skits of him doing exercising, and that killed him basically. In a way, it killed his star power. To me personally, it killed his star power because before that gimmick, his gimmick was that he was supposed to be the last dying breed, something like that. I'm trying to remember how they said it, but basically he had a intense look and all that. He's someone not to be messed with. He used to wrestle against Baron Corbin. I believe it was during an NXT Takeover show where that match ends up not being so good. I mean, it wasn't a terrible match, but it wasn't good at the same time either. But Bull James now, he put on more couple pounds. He's not a bad wrestler either. It's a shame that he never got further as he should. Maybe because again, I think because of that gimmick they gave him, it killed it in my opinion. But it is, I guess. But I digress. And then we get to gays. Remember I talked about the gays last time where I did the review of Impact Wrestling and the House of Hardcore, where it pertains to what was the name of that pay per view? Well, I won't call it a pay per view. A special event basically. What was it called? Oh yeah, A Night You Can't Miss. You know, where he went up against Lil Grado. Uh, and I thought he wasn't that good. I mean, he has good. He's got a nice body. He's good looking. He looked like he can wrestle. But after seeing him wrestling on this show, it's basically the same results how I felt about the last time I saw him. He's not that good, and he barely did anything in this match. All that he's done was a few bumps, and he did one clothesline, which it was terrible. This guy who looks like a wrestler can't wrestle at all. This guy's garbage. That's basically what I'm trying to say here, folks. Gaze is fucking garbage. But as far as this match was, um, it got silly at some points, and I didn't care for it. But Trey ends up winning the match against. Oh yeah, Trey pinned Gaze. That tells you a lot about Gaze, the wrestler. He's fucking garbage. You got someone like Trey, beating Gaze. A guy who's twice his size. What pertains to his physique. Trey gets the win over Gaze. Next match we got to was Joey Ryan versus Little Greedo. Little Greedo, as I say, excuse me. Which, by the way, he was wearing Nunzio tights. I watched the match for a little bit, and after seeing Joey Ryan's how he wrestles in the ring, not impressed. Only thing that he did that I thought was good was a moonsault off the second rope and a scoop slam. The rest of the match itself, he was just rubbing oil on himself, and then Lil Greedo ends up taking the L by rubbing oil on himself too. And then we get to the part where he got Lil Greedo to grab his nuts to do the penis plex, whatever it's called, and I skipped it. I skipped the entire match. I didn't give a fuck about that match now. But after reading the results here, Joey Ryan won. There you go. So yeah, Joey Ryan is proving Jim Cornette right, where it pertains to him being talentless in the ring. With all the bullshit that he's doing in the ring with the oil and everything, and then want men to touch his own nuts. Joey Ryan is fucking garbage. Then we get to a match that finally that woke me up a little bit here. Michael Elgin versus Luchasaurus. This was a good match. In the end, Michael Elgin gets the win because Michael Elgin he needs the momentum. He needs to build up to be winning matches where it pertains to facing Brian Cage for the Impact World Championship at Summerversary. So, which is going to be on July 27th, 2019. Check it out, folks. I believe Summerversary this year is going to be. I think it's gonna be better than last year's. I was gonna say next year, but who knows? Maybe it'll be better next year too. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, I think this year's Summerversary is gonna be better than last year's. Last year's Summerversary was obviously a great pay per view, and I think it's gonna live up to another hype again. Once we get to it. We get to the Rascals, Dez and Wentz versus OVE, Jake and Dave Christ. Now, this is what I want to talk about here now. Because it was, at this point, Josh Matthews started to irritate me. because Josh Matthews, after they saw the match between Michael Elgin and Luchasaurus, which again was a good match, he starts saying that our commentary pertains to Michael Elgin and Luchasaurus was on the level of Gordon Soley, where they could win a comedy. I mean, not comedy. They could win a commentary award for that one. Asking myself, first of all, Josh Matthews, you're garbage. You fucking trash. You suck as a commentator on for Impact Wrestling. You are nowhere near the level of Gordon Scully. Gordon Soley, I meant to say, not Scully. Gordon Soley. Gordon Soley has a way better personality and charisma on commentary than you ever do, Josh Matthews. So yeah, and the way he tries, cause I remember he brought Gordon Soley before, where it pertains to him being a heel, saying that he's better than Gordon Soley, and now he's trying to compare himself to being Gordon Soley because they commentary a good match between Michael Elgin and Luchasaurus. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, Josh Matthews. No disrespect to Scott Demoy, but all disrespects to Josh Matthews. Especially with Josh Matthews, during this match, where I started to know something here with Josh Matthews, where he's commentating this match between the Rascals against OVE. He's going like this. That's the ones Jake and Dave. He's not even talking loud. Like speak up, Josh Matthews. I mean, it's bad enough I gotta hear you on commentary on this show, but it's even more bad enough that I can't even fucking hear you for the stupid shit that you say. My God, this guy's fucking garbage. Why is he still got a job as a commentator? And let me say this too. He is no Mean Gene Oakland too. Where pertains to doing backstage interviews. He is no Mean Gene Oakland. I believe Melissa Santos, with the way she handles her backstage interviews, she's on the female Mean Gene Oakland. So once again, Josh Matthews irritated me on what pertains to his commentary for speaking very lowly and for trying to compare himself to being the late Gordon Soley. Fuck Josh Matthews. As far as the match was between Rascals versus OVE, good match, and the Rascals won. Also, let me go to Madman Fulton attacking the Rascals, and this allowed Ace Romero, excuse me, Ace Romero. Sorry, folks, Ace Romero. There you go. To come out basically, and the match starts with those two because obviously they were next. So they're having a match. And by the way, Ace Romero was the big large dude who's at AEW Double Nut in the pre-show, the buy-in, the barrel. But Ace Romero, excuse me, and Madman Fulton were having a match here. The Chris Brothers got involved. The Rascals go after them, and then they're going away. Continue to fight backstage, whatever. So the match continues between Madman Fulton and Ace Romero, and the match itself was pretty decent. And then something happened here. As Madman Fulton, excuse me, got off the top rope. I don't know what they're trying to go for, but his boot basically caught the head of Ace Romero, excuse me. And Ace Romero, for some reason, couldn't get back up. He was shaken up a little bit. Madman Fulton is pacing back and forth. Referee see what's going on. Referee calls for the bell. Basically, he do the X first, and then he calls for the bell. And then he rules on no contest. Just referee, kid referee from Impact Wrestling. I see myself, wait a minute, no contest. Wait, if Ace Romero can't compete, if he can't continue to compete, then the match should be awarded to Madman Fulton. So Scott Demoy on commentary made the right call on commentary, saying Madman Fulton won the match, because again, if Ace Romero can't continue in the match, because Madman Fulton he could still go, obviously. Obviously with anything happen in the ring, and some accidents can happen in the ring. Like with Ace Romero here. I'm assuming he had like a minor concussion. It's part of why he couldn't continue. It must have been a bad. It must have been very bad. But I'm gonna go with Matt Fulton win the match here because I'm not going for a no contest here because again, Matt Fulton was he could still continue obviously, but Ace Romero couldn't continue. So that was a wrong call there by referee by calling a no contest. It should have been called winner of the match due to stoppage of the referee who's unable to continue in Matt Fulton. So we did get an update on that from Tommy Dreamer during the show that Ace Romero is okay. So thank God he is okay. And Scott Demoria is letting us know everything, all that pertains to referees call and all that. Not the call of no contest, a call to start the match. That whole thing. And then Josh Matthews is like this. Yeah, well, something like that happens always. You gotta make a judgment call. Blah, blah. Like why are you whispering? Talk louder. Next match, we get to the Impact X Division Championship. Rich Swann defends it against Teddy Hart. This match was incredible, folks. This match, basically, what pertains to these two guys, doing moves at the moves to each other. This match was without a shadow of a doubt, the excellence of executions. No, no offense to Bret Hart there. But yeah, this match was incredible. Teddy Hart was doing a lot of crazy moves to Rich Swann. Even Rich Swann, to a point, was doing some crazy moves on Teddy Hart. This was crazy. A crazy match, and I enjoyed it. In the end, Rich Swann gets the win over Teddy Hart. After, for attempted pinfall attempts and all that, Rich Swann got the upper hand on Teddy Hart and gets the win. And then we show some sportsmanship. Teddy Hart showed some sportsmanship after the match just to Rich Swann. And there you go. So Rich Swann, also again, defends his X Division Championship, retains his X Division Championship till his anniversary. Because, his anniversary is going to be when he's going to face Johnny B. Trash. Because Johnny B. Trash invoked his cash in of the Red X to get that title shot. I got a bad feeling about this, folks, since to his anniversary that involves Johnny B. Trash. But I digress. Then we get to the three-way, where it's going to be for the House of Hardcore Championship. And I could have swear they said it was is named the Television Championship. Either way, because the commentary was saying the House of Hardcore Championship, and then you had the ring announcer saying the House of Hardcore Television Championship. I like which is it? But whatever. But the point is, it's for the title. Which Willie Mack is the champion. He goes up against Sami Callihan, also going up against Eddie Edwards. Again in a three-way match. Match itself, it was a hardcore match. what can you expect? Chairs involved. I think a candlestick that Eddie Edwards trying to use involved. Kenny 2.0 whatever. But in a way, it was still a good match though. How they did it. Wrestling outside of the ring and wrestling inside the ring. They were outside for a ring for a little bit, but then they got back into the ring and started doing a lot more things on inside the ring, which was pretty cool. In the end, Willie Mack gets the win over Sami Callihan. So Sami Callihan, even though he got the win over Eddie Edwards, from A Night You Can't Miss, he gets to take the pinfall loss here on digital destruction. Man, OVE can't catch a break, can't they? Main event time. The special ring announcer for this match was Melissa Santos, and she, introduced the main event of the evening, which it was Tommy Dreamer, Billy Gunn, and Jordan Grace versus Johnny B. Trash, Moose, and Ty Valkyrie. Now, here's what I'll get what pertains to the match itself. Why is Moose teaming up with his rivals in Johnny B. Trash and Ty Valkyrie? They didn't even explain it. commentary. They not even explain why Moose is teamed up with them, even though he had problems with them before, and now because they're scheduled to team up, they're working as a unit. Whatever. Now, as far as this match was, oh by the way, I got to mention one thing too. The whole reschedule thing that they talked about before, where it pertains to from the night you can't miss, where it pertains to Joey Ryan and Billy Gunn. Thank God they didn't do it on this match, on this show. Even though you had Billy Gunn and Joey Ryan on the same show here, but at the same time, you still had Lil Greedo involved with this. But anyways, as far as the main event match was, it sucked. I did not like this. It was too hokey, too much comedy in the main event match. There was no need for no comedy, especially from trying to be trash the way he was acting in the match. And on top of that, they were wearing a bandana that says "Champion to my heart." I'm assuming it's supposed to be trying to be trash's merchandise, I guess. And they got Moose wearing that too, by the way. But yeah, I hated the match. The match sucked to me. I didn't care about the match at all. So Tommy Dreamer, Billy Gunn, and Jordan Grace won. I don't remember who pinned who, but who cares? The match ended for that. I was like, thank God it's over. Talking about wrestling for Digital Destruction. Nine matches. Wow. 9 matches I went through here. And half of them sucked. So my overall rating for the show, 4 out of 10. So that being said, folks, thank you all for watching. For this is the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. For this is your Impact Wrestling review, where it pertains to Impact Wrestling and the House of Hardcore of Impact Digital Digital Destruction. This show, which I thought was fucking trash. Take care.